welcome to today's reading. Come and join me in my cosy little corner, or maybe just take a moment to find your own cosy little corner. And whilst you're getting settled in, let me just explain how my messages come through. So they come through as a series of words, phrases, sometimes little scenarios played out in my head, and what I do then is I build on it and clarify using tarot. So now that you've found yourself a nice space and got settled, I just want you to take a moment to really feel into the body, so that you can get a feel for which of these messages resonate with you and which ones don't. And if none of them do, that's absolutely fine. Just have a watch of my other videos, find a title that stands out to you. Okay, so we'll make a start. So the message that came through today was, and it was a voice saying, "I'm awfully sorry, but..." And then it went on into a load of waffle like explanations. But I think the reason that I couldn't quite hear what all of those explanations were was because I just felt a crushing disappointment. So that's what it feels. It feels like I've had expectations of something and then the result is just disappointing, or it feels like it's not available, whatever it is that you've been sort of like looking for or hoping for. And when I've drawn the cards, it goes a little bit deeper than that. So we got the Six of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So a lot of swords, a lot of mental energy within this reading. So we'll start with the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is all about moving into calmer waters, moving from something that is maybe chaotic or lots of drama and going somewhere that feels easier. But the thing is, you're taking the swords with you. Now the swords represent thoughts. So although you're moving away from a situation physically, you're not moving away from it mentally. So I get that this feeling of disappointment that's coming through with this "I'm sorry, but..." is because you felt like you were making a real step towards a new beginning, a new opportunity, moving away from something that's not been very good for you, but actually it doesn't feel any different because you're taking the same mental energy with you. And the Two of Pentacles is sort of backing that up as well. It's like juggling between what's happened in the past and where you are now and where you're wanting to go. It's like alternating between those two states, you know, keeping pulling back to those mental loops, even though you're wanting to step out of them. So it's very much a juggling act in your mind, and that can be quite tiring, you know, flitting from one thing to another. And then the Eight of Swords. Now this is all about being trapped and feeling stuck, but it is because of your own internal thoughts and beliefs about something. So this, whatever change you were expecting from whatever change you've made externally, it's like it's not being reflected internally, and that feels really disappointing. So it really does feel like something's not available to you like you thought it would be, or yeah, it just feels a bit sort of disheartening. But then to have drawn the Knight of Swords, this straight away it looked more optimistic, and this is because this is just that thought suddenly coming through like, I've had enough of this, and just making a decision to step out of all of these three things. So it's just like some clarity's finally come through. It's just and it hasn't come from anything external. It hasn't come from, you know, finding something out or listening to some sort of advice or anything. It's just come from being fed up with being stuck in that loop, fed up with feeling stuck in those same mental loops, those thought spirals, those self-limiting beliefs. And it's just like having that awareness and just going, do you know what? No, line drawn under. I'm stepping forward with clarity now. I know how to overcome this. And that's the bit that feels like stepping out of that disappointment. It's like choosing to use that disappointment to gain clarity, to finally start moving forwards. Now, I don't know what the next step's going to be. You know, that's going to be different for everyone. But it feels like you've made that decision. Yeah, and that's a big thing. I think it's when you bring something to your conscious awareness, isn't it, and start to make different decisions to decisions that you would have made in the past just out of habit. That's what helps break those loops, and helps you to move away from something that's not right for you and into something that's calmer. You have to do the the inner work as well, you know, and just, yeah, choose to do things differently, choose to think differently. Yeah, but it's hard noticing when you're starting to drift into those negative thoughts, but you know, as you get more aware that you're doing it, it breaks, because as soon as your awareness comes to it, those thoughts stop anyway. So yeah, just keep doing it. It's like anything, practice makes perfect, innit? So I'd love to know how this message has resonated for you today, so please do pop that in the comments below. I love to read them. And as always, thank you very much for joining me today, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.